What if Ross Geller was the reason you don't have enough money and feel financially stuck? That's right, your professor of pivots is actually Microsoft, the king of every productivity tool you could ever hope to download. And yet, none of these actually fix the one problem that's secretly keeping you stuck. Because when we feel financially behind, what do we usually do? We organize, we download cute Etsy budget templates, we sign up for free money workshops, we color code spreadsheets until everything looks just right. And man, I get it. I've been there. I used to think that if I could just organize my financial mess better, I would feel less behind. I wasn't necessarily afraid of money. I was afraid of what it meant to let go and trust the one thing I didn't even realize was holding me back, my mindset. So if you're sitting there with a cute little cocktail in hand, wanting that rich life, and yet you also feel stuck, girl, you are in the right place. So put on your pajamas and pearls, and let's catch up on today's episode of Lady Boss of Finance. Drink menu features one of my favorite cocktails, the Mai Tai. Except today's version, it's a Scarcity Mai Tai, built with these 3 key ingredients. Each one represents a core belief that's quietly running the show behind your financial stress. Every ingredient comes with a core mindset block, a Ross from Friends moment to bring it to life, and a personal story from my financial journey. And most importantly, it also comes with a way to get you unstuck so that you can actually live a rich life and not just plan for one. Now, don't let these tiki vibes and sipping this in the White Lotus fool you. Look a little closer, and what do you actually see? Lots and lots of crushed ice. And man, I don't know about you, but when I see a drink packed with all of that ice, I do not think I'm getting a lot of value. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm paying for booze, not frozen filler. But that mindset right there, that's the sneak attack we're talking about today. It's called the scarcity mindset. And no matter how much or how little you know about it, there's one thing I promise. If you don't name it and shift it, you'll stay stuck, no matter how organized your budget is. So let's start mixing. What's our first ingredient in a Scarcity Mai Tai? Orgeat syrup. It's sweet, nostalgic, and rooted in tradition, just like the beliefs we picked up as kids that shape how we think about money. Ross moment, the one where Ross got high. It's Thanksgiving. Ross gets called out for a lie he told years ago about smoking pot in college. And his response?
I got tricked into all those things.
He hides behind his responsible one identity instead of just owning up. Sound familiar? My story. I was raised to save money. And my mom, she made it rewarding. She doubled whatever I put in my savings account. And I thought that was what being good with money looked like. And don't get me wrong, it was a great start. And it's also not the full picture. Because when you grow up hearing phrases like money doesn't grow on trees, like I did, you internalize that structure equals safety. But systems like Microsoft Excel can easily become straitjackets when you're too afraid to make bold moves. Because the truth is, saving money doesn't make you wealthy. Investing does. When you invest, you're not doing all the work. Your money is. And that's because you're buying a piece of a company that can make you money while you sleep. Mindset reframe. Saving is safety. Investing is trust. Letting go of control and trusting the market is scary. But it's also how you begin to shift from managing scarcity to building abundance. And for many of us women, that fear of doing it wrong leads us right into our next trap and ingredient: over-preparing. What's our second ingredient? Light rum. It's subtle, it blends in, just like the belief that you have to learn everything before you're allowed to start. Ross moment. The one with the cup. Ross is trying to move a couch upstairs and he shouts that iconic
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
He has a plan, he has a sketch, but he refuses to change it, even as it clearly fails. His fail, it lasted an afternoon, but mine, it lasted 6 years. My story. I started my investing journey with index funds and a diversified portfolio because that's what all the financial blogs and traditional wisdom said was safe. And I spent 6 years in that type of portfolio. Exactly the wrong one for my life and lifestyle goals. Now, to be fair, it was a really good fit for me at the time because I still had a scarcity mindset. I needed that safety to not panic. But here's what I wish someone would have told me. If your end goal is to live richly and get financially free sooner, not 40 years from now, then safety alone won't get you there. Diversification won't get you there. Index funds won't get you there. I needed someone to sit me down and help me fix that thought locker, that mindset first, so I could match my investing strategy to my actual life goals. Freedom to leave a job that doesn't light me up. Freedom to retire early. And freedom to buy back my own time. Mindset reframe. Diversification is safety, not speed. Waiting to feel ready, man, that is the real risk. You don't need to master everything before you start. You just need to start one little push because then you'll grow your confidence. And by the way, if you do want to see what's in my portfolio right now, just in case you and I have the same life and lifestyle goals, girl, I got you. Those are linked in the description. What's our last ingredient? Dark rum. It floats on top. It looks bold and powerful, but it doesn't mix in. Just like the emotional weight many women carry when they follow all the rules and still don't feel or get ahead in life. Ross moment. The one without the ski trip. Ross clings to that iconic phrase,
"We were on a break!"
and he's stuck in the rules, ignoring nuance, emotion, and context. He wants to be right, not emotionally present. My story. I did it all. Budgeted, saved, worked late. I got the gold stars. But I also didn't get the life I wanted because budgeting teaches you how to spend. Saving teaches you how to protect. But neither of those two things teach you how to build. And working yourself to the bone, man, that is a fast track to burnout, not to wealth. Women are often trained to manage money, not multiply it. We're handed grocery budgets, not stock portfolios. We're taught to clip coupons, not buy equity in companies. And eventually, I got fed up. Not just at the system, but at myself. I joined an investment management company, not because I wanted to become a portfolio manager, but because I wanted to study how wealthy people think and act. And here's what I've learned. They don't think like savers. They think like owners, and then they act like it. Mindset reframe. Rules create order. Ownership creates freedom. You can follow every rule and still stay stuck, unless you start building something that actually belongs to you. What's our big takeaway? Want to escape that Ross as Microsoft trap? Here's your move. Take one bold action that builds ownership. If you don't have a brokerage account, open one. And if you need help on that, check out my Crazy Rich Asians video. Now, if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I have one, but maybe I haven't used it. No judgment. But all you have to do is automate $5 a week. Make it into your new coffee budget. Or better yet, invest in the things that align with your rich life goals. Because tools and templates don't change your financial future or identity. Action does. And if this hit home, hit that like and subscribe, because next week we are wrapping up our Mag 6 Friends series by channeling our inner Phoebe Buffay. She's quirky, undervalued, misunderstood, just like Bitcoin, AI, and other moonshot investments that have real potential to get you that rich life sooner than you think. Because here's the thing, just because you don't fully understand something, girl, that does not mean it can't change your life for the better. So let's catch up about our lives in the comments until I see you next Sunday on Lady Boss of Finance. Cheers.